Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. I am the gentleman who has gone rogue. Now, gentlemen, it has never been a big secret among the black community or any community of color that the majority of people who are on government assistance, such as welfare, SNAP, EBT, they're on it not because they are disabled or actually unable to work, but they are on it because they are simply lazy. They are simply people of poor judgment who make bad decisions, and those are the type of people who don't want to work. And they will not hold themselves accountable for their bad decisions, but they expect you to come out of your pocket to take care of their problems. Now, what I'm going to show you is a clip of a woman who was interviewed by a news reporter twice. The first time, this one lady had 15 kids. That's right, 15 kids. 12 of them were with her. The other three was with the other baby daddy. A couple years later, that woman was also interviewed again by the same reporter. But this time, this woman had 17 kids. And she says, it's your fault, gentlemen, meaning that you are supposed to take care of these children with your hard-earned money that you have worked for, the taxes that come out of your paycheck to take care of her for government assistance. Now, let me get into this. Before I go any further, this is for educational purposes, and every clip is used for fair use. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about, gentlemen. 1 second.
Example for many of what they say is a broken welfare system here in America. And now Angel is facing eviction, and once again, she is demanding someone else pay. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joining us now live from the Hillsborough County Courthouse, where Adams was in front of a judge again today. Jeff?
Yeah, good evening, Rod. Angel was back in court today. Angel Adams, now Angel Brown, became very famous. And actually, out of all of the stories I've ever done at News Channel 8, she's the one most people talk about. She's the one most people remember, all because of one phrase she uttered when I first met her.
Somebody needs to be held accountable, and they need to pay.
When I first met Angel, she was living in a one-bedroom motel. 12 of her children were sharing just 2 beds. And
now, you heard it. 12 of her children were sharing 2 beds in a small apartment. Now, this lady has a couple baby daddies. Her last name was changed because she married one of her baby daddies. And she says someone should be held accountable for the fact that she has all these children because she has opened her legs and let random men, different men, skeet inside of her. She has allowed many different men to impregnate her. And she said, it's your fault, gentlemen, that she's not taking care of these kids. This is another example of people who abuse the system. This is an example of modern day black women entitlement. They feel entitled to your hard-earned money. Now, this doesn't just affect black men or men at all. This also affects women. Whenever a woman or man gets paid, your money is going to these type of people who are having children outside of wedlock and making you pay for the choices that they have made. Now, make that make sense to me.
Accountable, and they need to pay.
when I first met Angel, she was living in a one-bedroom motel. 12 of her children were sharing just 2 beds. And Angel demanded that someone pay for her to move into a new house. With the help of the Department of Children and Families, Angel moved into a new home. But when someone posted stories about her on YouTube, she became internationally famous as an example of what is wrong with the welfare system in America. Angel doesn't care that people across the country.
Exactly. She got put into a new home because she complained that other people wasn't spending money to help her take care of her children. Not once did she talk about the men that she chose to lay down with. She didn't talk about the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Nook Nook, the Leroys, the John Boys. She didn't talk nothing about them. She's talking about you and I who are complete strangers. She wants her hands in our pockets to take care of these children. And what happened? The government helped her get a house. I wish the government would have helped me build my house. I had to build it from the ground up. Had to buy land and put a house on it. The government didn't help me. But it's okay if you're a woman. All you got to do is get your womb filled with children, be lazy, don't want to work, mismanage your money, sleep with any Tom, Dick, and Harry, and you can have a house. How fair is that?
Wrong with the welfare system in America. Angel doesn't care that people across the country hate her.
That's okay because they don't know me.
Now Angel and her husband are back in trouble and back in court.
Our lights go on, they go off. They go on, they go off.
Angel is facing eviction from her home, and her power has been turned off because they owe nearly $600 in back payments. Angel.
Now listen to that. The new home that the government gave her, the new home that you and I, viewer, gave her and her husband that she actually decided to marry, she's getting kicked out of that one. She was given a home, and excuse me, she was given a home, and instead of being a good steward of what God blessed her with, she mismanaged it. And that man is not a real man because he should have made sure that the business was handled correctly. Now she owes money, and the power has been turned off because they're not making payments on the electricity bill. This is a lazy woman. Why would you give a lazy woman and a lazy man responsibilities like this?
Dollars in back payments. Angel. And her power has been turned off because they owe nearly $600 in back payments. Angel told the judge she used a check from the Tampa Housing Authority that was to pay for the power bill to pay instead to evacuate her children during Hurricane Irma.
And I used it for my children to evacuate for the Irma hurricane. When they told us to get out, I used that money to evacuate and get my children where they needed to be.
The judge told Angel and her husband the bill is theirs to pay.
You're asking me to make an agency pay money above and beyond what they committed to pay, and I don't have that authority.
And so Angel is facing eviction once again from this home.
Women like this always tend to blame children for why they can't do what they need to do. I will do this, but I got children at home. I will do that, but it's my kids. They put the blame on the kids. The kids become the scapegoat of their horrible decision making. And then they're in court asking for a judge to tell the same agency, the same government assistance program, to give them more money to catch up on the power bill, the light bill, water bill, gas bill, and also for the mortgage or whatever it is you got to pay. You know, when the government gives you a home or apartment and you're on government assistance, sometimes you don't have to spend no more than $25 a month, $80 a month, $100 a month, $12 a month. I even know women who had it for $8 a month. They base it on your income. So the government makes it somewhat of an incentive to be lazy. Just do the bare minimum or do below what most people tend to do, and we'll give you everything that people who are working hard to get, we'll just give it to you freely. But what we need you to do is just lay down, be lazy, and we'll give you the same things that hard working people earn. Make it make sense to me.
You're asking me to make an agency pay money above and beyond what they committed to pay, and I don't have that authority.
And so Angel is facing eviction once again from this home. The landlord has not been paid rent in 3 months, and Angel is wondering where now to turn.
My children are hungry. My children are afraid. My children are cold. My children can't function in school. My children, they're not doing very well at all.
Yeah, the Tampa Housing Authority is working with Angel to try to find her and her husband and her children a new house. But here's an update on Angel. When I first met her 10 years ago, she had 15 children. 12 of them were living with her. Now she has 17 children. 5 of them are living outside of the home. And the question everyone always asks, why does she have so many children if she can't pay for them? And the one thing Angel has always maintained, she says, children are a gift from God.
Children are a gift from God. But with everything that God blesses you with, he expects you to have some common sense and be a good steward of those things, to be responsible. Just because you can have 20 kids does not mean that it is prudent for you to have 20 kids, you fool. Now, let me tell you something. This woman went through a whole spiel, a whole rant about my children can't go to school good. They can't sleep good. They're doing bad in school. They're doing bad this way. They're doing bad that way. She is using children as scapegoats, using them to benefit. She probably don't even care about them kids, and she don't care about them kids. If she got a home and then they mismanaged the money, and now they facing eviction. She don't care about that. She just cares about herself. The man is weak, and she just puts it all on the children like most modern day horrible black women do today. And I'm not bashing women. This is my personal point of view, okay? And then what did the news reporter say? That the government is trying to help her again get a better place, or to help her with the bills. Even though she has more children now, more responsibilities, couldn't handle the responsibility that she had with 15 children. Now she has 17 children, and they expect you and I to still pay for this. Past behavior is a good predictor of future behavior. If she could not sustain, even with a man, this time she's married, before she wasn't married with the 15, now she's married with the 17. Now with the 17 children, she has a man that she's married to, and they still can't get it right. What makes you think she's gonna get it right again, America? Tell me. Like I always say, make it make sense to me. Well, let me know what you think about this in the comments, gentlemen, because it blew my mind just seeing that. Take it easy now, you hear?